So today we're going to make two things. First of all, we're going to make my version of aioli, and I'll be making it with apple cider vinegar because I forgot to get lemons. We'll be making coleslaw with the aioli. Aioli is just a sort of mayonnaise with garlic in it. And the point of making this is part of my protocol for getting rid of c. difficile. Okay, so we need to eat tons of, for about 10 days at least, you need to eat loads and loads of cabbage fibre or carrot fibre. The best is cabbage fibre, but you know, carrot fibre is okay. So the idea is to eat loads and loads of sauerkraut. Yeah, here's my sauerkraut. So go to my playlist and see my video on how to make sauerkraut. There's 3 videos on sauerkraut, and the protocol for there's one video on the fantastic medicinal effects of cabbage, and the protocol is on that video. Okay, so first of all we're going to make garlic. Oh, let me give you some tips before we start. We're going to use this egg whisk to make the mayonnaise. Now, if you're a bit chaotic like me and you only use an egg whisk once in a blue moon, I haven't used this for about 2 years. So I had an egg whisk before and I lost the thingies. So what I do now, when I wash them, I put them back. You know, don't put them in the drawer, you know, you might lose them. Put them back on and wrap them in cling film. That's what I do, so I don't lose them, because I had to replace the whisk once. Okay, so now we're going to make, aioli is basically mayonnaise with some garlic in. Garlic, according to Galen, who was a famous Greek physician who practiced in Rome in the 2nd century. He was the personal physician to the emperor, very famous. And Galen was, you know, for 1,000 years, for about 800 years, what Galen said was law as far as doctors were concerned. And around about the time of Galen, there was a thing called theriac, which was a cure-all concoction with about 100 different ingredients in. And we laugh now, but they did know what they were doing. Yeah, if you look at the ingredients and you look at studies, they were bang on. Yeah, so this was a cure-all to stop you getting parasites and viruses and bacteria. You know, and it was very expensive. You took it every day. You know, you'd have to be fairly wealthy to take theriac every day. And the best theriac was Venetian theriac, which was it was a special. It was made. You know, it was an official thing in Venice. It was very highly regulated, the making of theriac in Venice. So it was called Venice treacle. Anyway. Galen said, you're good. You know, the test of a good theriac is you give it to a cock and you let the cock be bitten by a viper. And if the cock survives, that's good theriac, yeah. And what Galen also said was, garlic is the theriac of rustics, okay? So, you know, the peasants couldn't afford their theriac, but they could afford garlic. Okay, so we're starting off with garlic. I've already crushed this garlic because garlic, the garlic has been proven to kill c. difficile. Yeah, so that's the point of making the garlic in our mayonnaise, because our coleslaw is part of our protocol to kill c. difficile. So there was a study done. They found garlic was the most potent natural thing against c. difficile. Now the ingredient in garlic which has the miraculous antifungal, antimicrobial, antiparasitic properties is allicin. Okay, and there's an amino acid called allin and an enzyme called allinase. Okay, and when you crush the garlic, the allin combines with the allinase, and after about 10 minutes you get allicin, and allicin is the stuff that does the magic. So so that's why I've already crushed the garlic. I didn't want you to have to hang around for 10 minutes while the garlic developed. So I'll just show you what I did. So this is how I get my garlic. Okay, so I cut off each end, and then with a sharp knife I just get the skin off like that. Yeah, so get the skin off. Be nice, you know, the thing in the middle, this thing is very bitter. Okay, so if you were making this for taste, you would probably get rid of that thing in the middle. But I'm not sure how therapeutic that is, but we're going to keep it anyway. Yeah. So we put everything in here, and we're going to crush it. So crush that. Now, a bit of the skin there. When we crush it, we get these annoying fibers still, yeah, in the crusher. So those won't. You can press all day long, and those won't go through the holes. So again, I don't want to discard anything except the skin. There, we'll get rid of the skin. Is that skin? No. Yeah, we'll get it all out. This is just for demonstration purposes because I've already got my garlic. Okay, and then I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to chop it up. And you can crush it with a knife. Yeah, see, all it's working well once you crush it with a knife. I don't want to crush it too much because it's going to go into the chopping board. All the juice is going to get soaked into the chopping board. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to, you're supposed to have a, I'm just putting some cider vinegar in here, and this is from my Vitamix. Okay, so this is, we're going to add this to the mayonnaise once the mayonnaise is made. This is the tamper from my Vitamix. You could use, I guess you could use a rolling pin or any kind of tamper. Okay, it's dissolving a bit now. Yeah. So this is going to be very strong. There's three cloves of garlic, so that's going to be very strong aioli. Yeah, but we need it to be strong to kill our c.difficile. If you're making this for taste, of course, you know, you'd only want to use one clove, I guess. Okay, that's quite crushed now. I think that's going to go in quite well. By the time I've shredded the cabbage and the carrot, should be just right. Okay, so I've got organic carrots here. Yeah, has to be organic. Is there any other kind? And organic olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Normally, I would give the carrots a bit of a brush with a nail brush under the tap and put them in some hydrogen peroxide for about 5 or 10 minutes to kill any potential parasites. But these are pretty clean, these carrots, so we'll take the risk here. Yeah. So don't do as I say, do as I tell you, yeah? Put them in hydrogen peroxide for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to make enough coleslaw for about 2 or 3 days on the protocol, because you're going to have to eat tons of the stuff. Coleslaw and sauerkraut. That's pretty well all you'll be eating for about 10 days. I recommend to eat my healthiest breakfast ever in the morning as well, made from juice, carrot juice, and amino acids, ginger, and black radish, and honey, raw honey. Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, get optimum vitamin A, and that's got to be good for your colon as well. Yeah, because optimum vitamin A is great for the epithelium, they call it. Epithelium is any sort of covering. You've got epithelium, your skin is an epithelium, your gut lining is an epithelium, and then there's the epithelium in your blood vessels, blah blah blah, all epithelium. And vitamin A is fantastic for epithelium. So yeah, so the colon, you've got the epithelium in your colon, which is being damaged by the c. difficile. So yeah, so we want to, so my healthiest breakfast ever, optimum vitamin A with that, okay, with the carrot juice and the black radish. It stimulates bile and converts the beta carotene into retinoids, okay, which is the animal form. So into retinol, the animal form of the proper form of vitamin A. Give this a bit of a clean. There we go. So let's grate this, and I think we'll use a plate. Yeah, let's give the plate a bit of a clean with some vinegar. Vinegar kills bacteria. It doesn't kill parasites, but it kills bacteria. So we'll just give the plate a bit of a clean, because we've had this cabbage sitting on it. Yeah, the cabbage I'm going to take off the outer leaves. Okay, so I'm just cleaning my plate with some cider vinegar. Yeah, not very good for cleaning. If you want to use vinegar for cleaning, use malt vinegar. It's cheap and cheerful. This costs $9.50 for the bottle. And you similar amount of malt vinegar, you're going to pay about 90p. So don't use your expensive malt vinegar for cleaning things. Like I say, don't do as I do, do as I tell you. And then we're going to grate the carrots. You could do this in a food processor, of course. So now we're going to make our mayonnaise, and for that we'll need an egg yolk. So let's see if I can do this without. Okay, I'm just going to start breaking in a minute. Okay, there we go. And then we need some mustard. And the mustard is what emulsifies it. Yeah, we'll put nice teaspoonful of mustard. It's more like a tablespoonful. But so we need to start off very slow. Otherwise it doesn't work if you put too much in at once. Now we'll put our fish sauce, in your salt. Oh, that's got a kick. So now we've made our mayonnaise, so we'll finish off the carrots. I had to stop last night halfway through So yeah, there we go. So yeah, finish off grating the carrots. So let's put some cabbage and onion into our mixture, and yeah, we'll take the outer leaves of the cabbage off. If you saw, go to my playlist and look at my videos about sauerkraut. If you look at the process, the microbiology of how the sauerkraut develops, there are lactic acid bacteria in the cabbage, and always on the outer leaves, millions, if not billions, of bacteria which are not necessarily also friendly. So we want to get rid of the outer leaves. Try not to cut the ends of my fingers off here. So we've got enough to feed an army here, yeah, we don't really need that much. So let's make enough for a week, or at least for a few days, for our c.difficile protocol. And remember, you need to eat masses of cabbage and sauerkraut for about 10 days, and it should get rid of your c. difficile. Go to my, take the outer leaves off again. Go to my my first video, sauerkraut video, on the medicinal effects of cabbage and sauerkraut. All the studies. I have quoted about 40 studies in that video. I think that's it. So red cabbage, very good for old gits like me who've got prostate problems. Lots of lycopene in red cabbage. So I make lots of sauerkraut with red cabbage in for my prostate, and I also eat lots of watermelons, also got lots of lycopene. Tomato sauce is the classic thing, which has got loads of lycopene. But if you're following the cellulose diet, we don't eat anything that's had a lot of cooking. And yeah, passata is cooked to death. So yeah, I try not to eat too much tomato, so that's why I eat lots of red cabbage to get the lycopene. Red cabbage, and I have half a watermelon every day. So let's put some onion in. Now the onion isn't really doing anything for our protocol. There's not a lot of fibre in onions, but it's going to make it taste a lot better. So if we're making it for our c. difficile protocol, maybe not put too much onion in. If you're making it for taste, maybe put a bit more in. Yeah, I think the onion we need chopped up very fine. Oh, it's starting to cry now. Okay, and we'll put it in the big bowl now and mix in the mayonnaise, aioli. So I'm giving this clean with some vinegar, kill any bacteria in there, because I had the red cabbage sitting in there, so which wasn't necessarily all that clean, the outer leaves. So there we go. The aioli in here, it's just, yeah, it's splitting. Oh dear. So let's give it a whiz. So I think when it splits like this, you can salvage it. There we go, there's a lovely coleslaw with lots of fibre, lots of cellulose fibre, which your colon loves. It ferments in the colon, and releases stuff which the colon walls love. Releases fatty acids. There we go. And there's our coleslaw for the c.difficile protocol, or just for nice eating. Yeah. So I'll just put it into a smaller bowl, which I can put some shrink wrap over the top and seal it nicely, so there's not too much air in there, and that can go in the fridge. Yeah, I'm just going to have my lunch now, and I'm going to have some of this lovely stuff. This would go very well with some nuts. And some avocado, some nice avocado. Nice meal. So I'll keep a bit for my lunch. This is for my lunch. Put some shrink wrap over that. So I don't think you'd want to keep this more than about 3 days. So if you're doing but that's okay if you're doing the c.difficile protocol, you're going to need to eat this much in 3 days. So there we go, that can go in the fridge now. So I'm going to make a lovely comfort food, cellulose legal meal here with my coleslaw. This is not for the c.difficile protocol. If you're doing the c.difficile protocol, it's cabbage, and a bit of carrots, and a bit of macrobiotic rice. That's all. So, and you certainly don't want avocados, because avocados have got contain the enzyme which digests cellulase. So humans don't make cellulase, avocados do. So you don't want to be digesting the cellulose before it gets to the colon. So definitely with the c.difficile protocol, no avocados. But for a nice cellulose legal meal, fine. This is comfort food, yeah. You can do in minutes. So a few lovely nuts, salted nuts, organic of course. Is there any other kind? And yeah, we'll give that straight out. So yeah, there's a lovely cellulose legal meal.